What's going on, gangsters? This is the TheGameHuntah channel, new episode, Gang Nations. Today we're gonna be doing some tactical attacks, not focusing in the boss mansion, but in finding ways to steal resources. Probably try to win medals no matter what. Okay, so let's start with this one. Let's go straight to action. Looking for all those resource buildings in the outside area. There's such an easy target for the shooters. You see, you can put shooters in different angles. They can be completely out of range of the defensive buildings. So we can start destroying this area first, trying to make a hole. Probably will be wise to just deploy one shooter in the middle, because you know there is always C4 bombs, mines and stuff like that. So until we know, or we can make sure that everything is clear in the middle, I would just recommend you to deploy one unit at a time. Okay, like I said, the idea of my videos is just not do a let's play. It's also share my knowledge and my experience in games like this, combat strategy games. As you guys probably noticed, I have a lot of videos of games like this on my channel. So let's see. So far we're doing okay. We're still a lot of resources. And I think that all my shooters are still alive. Of course, as soon as they get closer to the range of the mortars, things are gonna be a lot different. I'm gonna deploy a couple of thieves. Maybe we can steal some more resources. We're getting really close to the first start. First start is reached. We need to get to 50% destruction. We're in 45%, doing just okay. Not using that many units. Let's see if we can probably destroy at least one more building. That would be good. Maybe we can put a couple shooters in here. The shooters are, the thieves are great. Okay, they can bring down the resource building extremely fast. But the shooters, I believe, is my favorite unit. They're so versatile. You can use it in any occasion. These guys are gonna die so bad right now that I feel like I should probably retreat. I can't imagine. Oh, the sniper. I thought they're gonna get into the range of the mortar, and that will be painful. But still, you see, we just got one star, decent raid, decent loot, something that we can use, of course, and we didn't deploy that many units. Okay, so let's go to our second tactical attack. See what we can do. But first, let me. I got so many resources right now that I need to collect. And that is important in this game, to always visit your juice factories and your local business and get those resources out of there. Okay, otherwise it's gonna be so easy for the enemy to just attack you and steal those resources with a couple of units, like the same way that I've been doing it, right? So that's why it's important to log in and play the game couple times, if it's possible, 1 or 2 times during the day. That's great, at least to collect the resources, because like I said, there is nothing worse than work so hard upgrading the local business, upgrading the juice factories, and then have somebody to just come over and steal those resources, your hard-earned resources. We're not gonna allow that. Okay, we're gangster. We had to protect our empire. All right, so things are looking okay. As you can see, I'm making some modification in my base. I'm always changing something, and I think that's the best way to deal with all these games. Let's see if we can move somebody. We can probably move the rifle over there to choose storage close to the bazooka or the rocket launcher. This sniper tower is in a good location so far, protecting the front entrance and supporting the mortar. Like I said, I'm trying to keep as many resource buildings as possible close to my defenses. That way I can avoid those raids, the thieves raids and stuff like that, because that's classical in all these games. There's a lot of people who play just for the resources. They don't care about the stars. And that is nothing wrong with that, okay? Sometimes you just want resources to grow fast, right? So that's why it's so important to learn how to deploy your unit, learn how to do these raids. So by the time you need resources, you can just, in a couple of attacks, you can probably get so many resources. That is exactly what we need. Right now, one more time, deploying shooters in different angles. That's going to help me, of course, to stay out of range of the defensive buildings. Everything is really clustered. This is a cluster different defense. Is everything close to the boss mansion, the rocket launcher, 2 sniper towers, the mortar. So most of the other resources building were wide open. It was quite easy to steal all those resources, so that's good. Take advantage of these spaces, okay? When you search for an opponent, try to get something that is according to what is your target, okay? If you're looking for metal, okay, you can attack anybody. But if you're looking for resources, then take your time. Sometimes if you start searching, you will find some interesting bases that you can probably use to steal resources. And we got the 50%, beautiful. See, we stole some resources, we didn't deploy that many units, and we were able to get a decent loot. Nice. Very good raid, which is quite okay. We only deployed 21 shooters, so it pays off. Like I say, it's not about quantity, it's about quality, okay? Sometimes you don't need to deploy all the units, you just deploy the units that you think are gonna provide you the maximum benefit. And this space is kind of complicated. You can see the sniper is in a really good location, covering all those resources building. So it could be a royal pain to get there. But let's see if we can probably attack from the back, from this area. Can even put a dozer if it's necessary, right? So we're still in range of the mortar, which is complicated. But now here comes the dozer. Good idea to destroy first the building so the dozer can move faster. And now we can put a little group of thugs so they can aim the mortar and the sniper tower. Okay, you gotta be careful. Sometimes, depending on where you deploy the units, is where those units are gonna go. Okay, for example, you just notice I deploy the shooters and they decide to go down the road instead of getting inside the base, which is exactly what I was trying to do. So be careful where you deploy your units. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able, I don't think we're gonna destroy the boss mansion in this one, but at least we were able to do some decent damage in the back, destroying some buildings. Now we can probably put a couple extra shooters. There is no defensive buildings in there, so we should be able to get our 50% 1-star victory. Let's put a couple extra shooters. I think we should be okay, right? We're getting really close to the 50%. There you go, 50%, our first star. Successful raid. You don't need to win every battle, like I mentioned before. Sometimes there's raids that they're worth to do it because of the resources that you can obtain. So don't get too crazy about it, okay? Just don't pretend to win every battle. This one, it wasn't that much of resources, but still we got the medals and we got some resources, so that's what's matter. All right, let's see what we can do in this one. A lot of local businesses are wide in the open, but I'm not sure if I like this. Like I said, most of the time I'm gonna play not because of the resources. I just wanna try new strategies. Okay, so sometimes you're gonna see my videos that hey, you attacking this guy. This guy only have like 1,000 juice or 1,000 money, and it's not really worth it. I know that, I'm aware, but again, it's the best way to learn. You see, for example, I deployed those shooters outside to destroy those buildings. Then the rest of the shooters are gonna take the main road. Otherwise, they're gonna keep moving down the road and attack the juice factory that you can see in front of the rifle tower. So that's why this sometimes is important to just do these testing missions and see how your units react on the battlefield. Okay, so an RC vehicle coming this way. I don't know if you're gonna be able to reach that barricade. Ooh, we did some like halfway damage. Okay, so now that we destroy all the corner in front, the thugs are gonna take the main road no matter what, and that is exactly what we want. This is the problem. You see, one more time, the shooters decide to go in another direction instead of going and attacking the main road of this base. Okay, learn from your own mistakes. Okay, that's part of the game. That's what this game is so awesome. That's why all these games are so awesome, is because you learn by making some little mistakes. Right now, okay, we got our first star. That's what we need. And we learned that in this battle that sometimes those shooters on thugs decide to make a decision of their own, which is not good because I'm the boss. Okay, let's get a bunch of hoodies in here just for the fun. I like to do crazy raids once in a while. The other day I was attacking. I got 80 slots on my bar to deploy units, and I deployed 80 of the hoodies, and it was so hysterical. So probably in the next episode we're gonna start doing things like that. I'm hoping to get and unlock some new units for the next episode, but hopefully we're gonna start doing these crazy raids. Okay, that is always fun. All right, let's continue with our tactical attacks, getting medals and some loot also. It's also important. Let's see what we can do in this case. Boss Mansion is again surrounded by snipers and mortars, so it's quite difficult to get in there. I'm wondering which angle is much better. Let's go for another one. That one looks like a not even worth it for the resources. This one has some decent cash, but I don't know if we can attack from here. Let's see one more time how my troops are gonna react. Let me put some shooters in the corner to destroy those businesses. That will give me some cash. Over here we can also deploy 1 or 2 shooters just to start destroying buildings and gain some percentage towards our victory. All right. Okay, this is I did it on purpose. Look at that. There was a business over there. They got destroyed, but remember, there is no road in there, so we have to put the dozer. We're trying to get and use that entrance. You see all the dogs decide to go walk around the map, probably trying to aim for that rifle tower that you see on the left corner of the screen. And that's why you need to be careful. This is very tricky. Sometimes when you have buildings like that and you feel like, oh, I'm gonna destroy it, and all of a sudden I'm gonna have a big entrance for the rest of my troops. Well, sometimes that's not the case. So gotta be careful. All right, so let's put a couple of tugs. RC car probably tried to bring down the other barricade. There was way too many snipers, and the 3 snipers all together. It's really tough. Again, we're just trying to go for looting this one. See if we can get some of that beautiful cash, because it has so much. And then hopefully, all those shooters died. There's a really well placed dynamite on mine over there. We failed, okay, but the reward was the cash. Okay, like I say, sometimes we're going for the cash, sometimes we're going for the stars and the ranks, right? This one looks quite difficult, but let's see. We're probably gonna start attacking all those juice factories. They don't have any protection. That rifle tower is not capable to reach this area, so it should be easy for me to just deploy a bunch of gunners in each angle and attack the base for every possible angle. I can't deploy those guys that close. Yeah, need an entrance for that. I probably need to use the dozer in this one to make a road and get in there. You see, let's deploy the dozer in here. See if we can bring down that juice storage, and also help me to, there you go, help me to make a hole and penetrate this defense, which looks quite tough. So we're gonna put a couple tugs, of course, put these guys in front. Remember to upgrade your units, okay? The tugs are good, but they're not that good at the beginning. You really need to put some use and upgrade them. So let's go crazy to put some hoodies, put some shooters. One more time, the idea is to steal as much as we can. And those hoodies are really good. Okay, and I think I just finished upgrading these guys. These are so useful. The only problem is mortars. Mortars are just monsters. They destroy you. They're gonna destroy your troops. So you gotta be quite careful. Look at all those hoodies just flying around. So be careful. If you see a mortar, probably will use some tugs. If not, hoodies can get the job done without any problems. See, another successful raid. We got some decent loot, and that's what we want. Remember, as you grow in the game, as you start upgrading, you will notice that all the buildings, of course, are getting more and more expensive. So you need to be able to do these raids, so you can gather as much resources as you can in a short period of time, right? Because remember, what is the point of doing raids? Get a lot of resources if you're not gonna be able to expend it, right? So the idea is to get target your find your target, see what is gonna be your objective, what buildings you want to upgrade, how many resources you need to upgrade those buildings, and go for it. Okay, that is the best way to do it, and keep playing until you get the enough resources. Sorry about that. I'm still a little bit sick, but that's not gonna stop us to continue playing Gang Nation. There you go. One more time. We can probably deploy a couple of units in different angles. Okay, that one's not good. We got the sniper in there. Maybe at the bottom we can destroy the bar. Maybe over here we can destroy that juice factory. I think there is enough space. Again, these bases are really tough because they have so many troops. I mean, so many defensive buildings together that your units can get confused. All right, so let's see. Let's deploy a couple of units on tugs. RC car was able to bring down the first barricade. Let's get another big group of tugs and see if we can deploy a bunch of shooters and go for the loot. Hopefully try to destroy as much as we can. As you can see, the tugs are dying quite fast, but the shooters in the backgrounds are such a good combination. They help so much. They complement each other so great. Yeah, we got some decent loot in this one. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to destroy the mansion, but at least I'm making sure that we got at least 1 star and the loot. Now the rest of the shooter decide to go in another direction, and the tugs also. The reason is because there's no more defensive building in that area, and they don't have like a direct access to any of the sniper tower, the rifle tower, so they're gonna walk all the way around the neighborhood to trying to reach those defensive buildings again. So you gotta be careful. Sometimes you need to save some space in your army for a late dozer in case you need to make a hole. But like I said, you're gonna learn a lot when you play PvP. When you go through and fight different people, different layout. That is the best way to learn in this game. That's like I say, in all these kind of strategy games. So I hope you guys are enjoying this episode, Gang Nation. I'm gonna be doing more and more raid nights. This is the Game Hunter, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.